Guys, how are you? This is Rocio from Mama Abroad, and I've been away for a while. I'm sorry, it's been crazy at work, and well, with the Christmas season, there's always so much to do. We are actually now in Austria, where we're gonna be celebrating Christmas and New Year's Eve with Max's family. Usually, we go to Guatemala to my family during the holidays, but this year, because I am well, not very well fit to fly such a long journey. We've decided to spend it here, and it's also a great opportunity to spend this time of year with, our side of the family that we never see during Christmas and New Year's Eve. So we're really excited. Sadly, there's no snow to report on. The weather's actually pretty warm. It's about 14, 15 degrees during the day and very sunny. It feels more like autumn than it does winter, but that's okay. I'm not complaining. This afternoon, Max and I are gonna go for a walk. It'll be nice to get some nice fresh air, which don't get very much of in London during this time of year, being so busy. I'm glad to be away from a big city and surrounded by mountains and so close to a lake. It'll be really nice, just every morning walking outside and like taking a deep breath and feeling that, that scent of wood. It's so lovely. Today, what I wanted to talk about was third trimester symptoms. Now, I have had a pretty awesome pregnancy so far. First trimester, I didn't really get any of the most common symptoms, such as, um, you know, uh, morning sickness or anything like that. My skin was pretty much okay. I mean, I had some issues, and for that, I used a couple of products that really helped. You can check them out here on this video. Um, but yeah, overall, I felt pretty awesome throughout. Now, the third trimester, I think I'm gonna label it the hardest one I've had so far. And that's mainly because I am getting so big now that my body's really struggling, to handle the weight, especially, just around my lower back and my waist. Mosey is super active, which I'm so happy about. I love it when I feel him. Now, before I could feel, a little kick. I mean, I still remember where I felt my first one. It was around week 17. You can watch that video here. But now it's not just kicks, it's like the whole movement. I mean, he's pretty crowded in there. He's almost 2 kilos now and about 42 centimeters, which makes him, a pretty big baby already. And I think, whenever he's trying to readjust or anything, I can definitely feel him. And it almost feels like I have a little fish swimming inside me. And it's so nice to feel him. And I feel him all the time, like I said. So I love that. So I've struggled most of all with, gaining weight and, handling that weight. Sleeping, I've had no issues with. So that's really great. But every time when I wake up, I feel like I'm broken. So it takes me at least like 10 minutes of like walking around and stretching until I feel like I'm gonna be okay. Like I feel like when I first wake up and I get out of bed, I feel like every single inch of me hurts. But that goes away throughout the day. So that's great. I have not felt more hungry. On the contrary, I feel like I feel so full all the time because I'm so big. But you are supposed to be eating a little bit more this trimester just because your baby's gaining weight so fast now. He's plumping up and, getting ready to come out and meet you. So you're supposed to be eating a bit more healthy food, of course. I've had one weakness, which are chocolate cookies. Um, I'm trying to stay away from them, but sometimes I am too weak. But otherwise, I've been just trying to keep it really healthy, eating lots of fruit and good healthy meals, even when I'm not hungry. What's really helped me is just eating more like snacks instead of sitting down 3 times a day and having a proper meal. I eat throughout the day just enough that I don't feel hungry, but not too much that I feel too full. With peeing, I definitely start to do. I'm starting to realize what women talk about. Um, I am having to go to the loo a lot more often, which is nice. It keeps me awake. But at night, I usually go like like 5 times before I fall asleep, and then when I wake up, maybe once, maybe I'll wake up once during the night, so it's not that bad. Other than that, I'm just so looking forward to seeing little baby Mosey. Now it feels so close to me being able to actually hold him and kiss his face, and that's super exciting. Max too, like he talks to the baby every single night. He really wants the baby to be able to recognize his voice as well, which is super sweet, and I feel really close to him. He's trying to be supportive, but I think he's even being too much. Like he's getting all his pains and complaining to me about, which pretty soon I'm just gonna like probably slap him if he continues to, complain about his backaches. So I just wanted to give you guys some tips on how to go easy on yourself during this last trimester. So first of all, rest. A lot of women find it really hard to even sleep throughout the night during this trimester. So if you feel like resting, if you can do as a little nap, just go for it. Don't feel bad about not being very active. This is the time to get as much rest as you can. You're gonna be pretty busy during the next, well, for the rest of your life. Let's just say that. Number two is snack. Like I was saying before, snacking is probably better than having like big full meals, and just try and make sure that the snacks that you are taking are healthy and are giving your baby the right amount of nutrients that he needs, but that you're not kind of going for just comfort food or not having enough because you're worried about your body. I mean, I know I feel my face, my arms, my boobs, my bum, my legs, everything is bigger, but I know that once the baby's here, I can work on my body. Right now, all I need to do is make sure that he gets everything he needs. And that's the most important thing. Number three, try and walk, try and exercise. Definitely, I've found that as broken as I might feel sometimes, the more I do, the better I feel. But I need to have my own rhythm, and it needs to be things that help me think and relax and prepare in my heart and in my mind also about the fact that my baby is almost here. So, nice long walks at your own pace, swimming. I'm not talking about, like properly like going for it and exercising your muscles. That is really great if that's what you feel like. But listen to your body again. If you are just not feeling very well, sometimes the best thing to do rather than lying down is just going out for a nice walk, taking deep breaths, trying to relax. Now, four, I have been wearing a support belt. I mean, it's nothing like, I mean, you can find support belts that are properly like structured in order to help you with the weight. I haven't tried those, but I have this one that my mom sent me a while ago, and this is what it's like. So it's just like this, a support belt, very very loose, but it helps. It makes me feel good. It kind of keeps me together, and I really like it. I've been using it for a while now, and like, because it's stretchy, it still works. So yeah, I recommend that you definitely do that. Oh, whilst I'm here, I can give you a little bump update. You see how big Mosey is now at 32 weeks? Oh, he's getting so big and strong. I love it. Number five, use a pregnancy pillow. If you don't have one yet, please make sure you get it. It's definitely worth the amount of real estate it's going to take over your bed. You just want to make sure that when you're trying to get your rest, you get as much support in the right places, and rather than struggling with lots of different pillows and making sure that they're staying in the right place all the time, the pregnancy pillow can really help you. Just go for it. It's wonderful. I don't think if I'm ever gonna leave it, but I think I will, because Maxie also calls it the chastity belt, so I'm probably gonna have to give it up. Now, drink lots of water. I know that I always say this, but it's so important, especially because you keep getting out of breath. I mean, you can hear it now when I'm talking. I struggle and it just comes from, well, God knows, you just struggle. So drink as much water. I know that it's hard because you know that every glass of water you drink means a trip, or well, rather several trips to the toilet, and that is just how it is. But you do need your water, so keep hydrated, please. And then lastly, with work, you're probably still working until, about 4 weeks before your due date, or that's the most common that I've found with the people that I've talked to around London. And I have struggled already for about a month, and I still have about a month left. Well, about 3 weeks left. And I can definitely see how, with time it's going to get harder, so try and find some flexibility with your team. What I did was, around commuting, I asked for some flexibility around my arrival time to work in the morning, to make sure that rather than taking the tube, I was able to take the bus. And that's really improved my life quality since I started, just because, with the amount of people, it's always crowded, especially in the morning. You just feel like, I feel like I'm always walking around with my arms around my belly, making sure that nobody's going to even touch it. But it's unnecessary stress. So just talk to your team, and hopefully you'll find some flexibility there. I hope that you find these tips useful, and I will see you guys really soon. I'll send you lots of love from Austria, and yeah, I hope you're all doing well. Mwah. See you soon.